All right. Welcome back. This is our best segment yet. You know why? We have food. And this is food like medicine. You know, it's so difficult for us to eat healthy. And sometimes the children, we have to disguise what we're giving them to eat. So today, what do we have today, Chef?
We have an amazing black bean brownies.
Bean brownies?
Bean brownies. This is the best way to get our children to eat their protein in beans.
I
through
love
a brownie.
That. There you go.
Yeah.
Why don't you show us what you're going to do? Are these really good? Are they delicious?
They're delicious. And the great thing is that we have an audience that they're going to give us our truthful taste. And then we have doctors as well that they're going to show us and tell us what they really taste like.
So do we have eggs in here or
no
butter?
Eggs, no butter, no flour. These are guilty-free brownies. Very easy, very simple, very delicious. You can try them home.
Aye.
So
let's go right ahead.
We're ready to go.
There we go, Chef.
You're going to need a blender, okay? So get yourself a blender. 1 can of black beans, okay? These have been rinsed and washed.
And drained.
And drained, yes. Get all that liquidy that comes with it, get it out. We want just the beans, okay?
That's right.
Then we have 3 tablespoons of coconut oil.
And you can also use olive oil.
Yes.
Alrighty.
And then we have right here coconut sugar.
Yeah, and that is the best sugar to use. Now, I don't recommend a lot of sugar, but this has less glucose and more fiber, so less dangerous for the diabetics.
Yeah. This right here, we have our flax seeds right here. This is going to take the substitution for the egg. These are 2 tablespoons with 6 tablespoons of water.
Right, so we have no cholesterol.
No cholesterol in these
brownies. But we have a lot of fiber and omega-3 fatty acid that we do need in our bodies.
Yep.
All right.
And we're going to add our baking powder. Okay, this is a teaspoon and a half.
That's correct.
Okay. Now we're going to add our pinch of salt.
Just a pinch.
Just
Remember,
a pinch.
salt is not good for high blood pressure. It's just a pinch of salt.
And we're starting to incorporate our flavor. This is our 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, this is pure vanilla, not imitation, but pure vanilla. We want the nice flavor of vanilla. And now we have the daddy of them all. This cocoa.
And that's black. That's
this is the good stuff.
The good stuff. That's without the milk as well, right?
Exactly. No milk in these.
So that's the cocoa powder.
Yeah.
Dark
and now
chocolate.
We're gonna
blend.
Put a lid in. Yeah. We're gonna blend. We're gonna pound this on.
Is it tight enough? Is it tight?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
so if not, well, there goes my coat, right?
It's that simple.
That simple. This right here, we have our dough ready to go. So once you get your dough ready, you're gonna want to get your pan. You're gonna spray this off and incorporate your dough into each little hole that your pan has.
Right. And how long are you going to keep this?
These are going to go for 20 minutes into the oven for 350 degrees.
Right.
So
this will bake about how many? Maybe
well, this makes a lot. It all depends on your pan. If you make the small ones,
like
it
these.
makes a big batch, more 24 of
right.
them. Yeah.
Right. So then we put this in for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then it's ready to go.
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's that simple.
And you said it was delicious.
I hope it is. So I'm gonna.
So then
we're gonna give to our audience and taste.
They're gonna take the test, right?
Yeah, because everybody that sees it at home, they see us test towards the end of our segment, and they're like, oh, they're just playing around because we always say it's delicious.
Exactly.
But now we're gonna give it to our audience. We want
Chef.
them to
test.
To test.
All right, and then guys, you need to give us the answer, okay?
I'll give our audience, and maybe you could give our doctors. Yes.
But you know, Chef, if we had some ice cream, but the ice cream that we make.
So you have to go back to our shows and see when we make that ice cream.
Or you can get my book.
Exactly.
Incredibly delicious vegan.
You have to get it. Where can they get it, Doctor?
Oh, get your website.
CooperWellnessCenter.com. And I know our producer right now is putting it down here, right? CooperWellnessCenter.com. So log in, get your incredibly delicious vegan cookbook.
And you'll have a lot of guilt-free
desserts, ice cream. Imagine ice cream with a brownie.
I tell you.
Delicious.
Let's try it here, Chef. Go right ahead. I'm going to get the doctors.
To our guest here.
All right, so let me get the doctors. Here you go. And Chef, you can continue. Let me pass you some plates, Chef. All right, doctors, I want you guys to taste and tell me what you think. Tastes like a brownie?
It's really good.
The texture is great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Chef, can you get us some napkins?
Really.
And these are beans, and you know what?
You can taste them.
You can taste the beans.
You can taste them.
And if you're allergic to gluten, no need to worry. And if you have diabetes, no need to worry. So you guys do not tell that this is beans, right? What do you think? No. You know, I also used to disguise vegetables for my children. You know what I did? I used to make muffin. They would not know that it's vegetable muffin, right? You were talking to me just now about your patients and what you suggest for the parents to do to increase the vegetable intake.
Yes, I get a lot of my parents that tell me when I'm showing them my little plate of how they should have half of it vegetables and a little bit of fruit. They tell me, oh, but the kids don't like vegetables. Don't like vegetables. But most of them like some fruits. And so the first thing I suggest is I ask, do you have any kind of blender at home that can make smoothies? And most people have one. And I say, put the fruits that the kids like. You know, whatever fruit they like, and add quite a bit of spinach. And so what the spinach does, it changes the color of your smoothie, but does not change its taste. And so you can get some vegetables in that way, and you can get some fiber in that way.
So there are so many things we can do, parents, in order to get your children to eat healthier and yet do not gain weight, because we know exactly what will happen as they gain weight.